I wasn't even gonna apply to Howard.
What's it on that beat, ho?
You feeling good? I'm feeling good. You feeling good? Cause I'm feeling great. What's up, you guys? Today I will be sharing how I got into my dream school, Howard University. Without further ado, let's get into the video. All right, y'all. So the Howard application consists of a personal statement, letters of recommendation. And for me, for my letter of recommendation, I had got one from my counselor. I had got one from one of my teachers, and I got one from somebody that was in the same group as me, you know, the leader over one of my youth organizations. And then I had also got one from somebody at my church. Your resume, it asks you about the different extracurricular things that you were in, and you like click or whatever inside of it during Common App. And then also, depending on what school or college that you're applying to, there will be supplement essays, which is an extra essay, you know, to try to help you get into it, for them to see, you know, why are you passionate about whatever you're majoring in. All right, so I guess I'll just start with the education part. So I attended regular high school for 9th and 10th grade. And then for 11th and 12th, I had applied to this dual enrollment program that gave you 12 free college credits each semester. And for my 11th grade and 12th grade year, I had got accepted, and I had finished my high school career on a college campus. So I was taking the classes that I needed to fulfill my graduation requirements when you're graduating from high school. And then also I had started taking classes for my general education for my degree. And after all of that, I had ended up graduating with a 4.3 GPA. Unweighted was like a 3.7. Please look into that to see if, you know, colleges in your area will give you or allow just high school students in general to start taking college classes on their campus. Because what I can say is I feel like that helped me and made me more of a competitive applicant to somebody that didn't. All right, y'all, so extracurriculars. Okay, please get involved. And for me, let me just say this, just don't be involved in too much and not really, you know, a leader of anything. I believe that is very important. If you stick to one thing, be the best in that one thing. You can be in a bunch of stuff, but if you're just like, oh, I'm a participant, or, you know, because I come every now and then, please show that, like, your dedication, your hard work, and your leadership through your leadership skills, through, like, you know, the positions that you have held. All right, y'all. So in school, I play sports a lot. So I did varsity cheer, volleyball, and track and field. And I only got like MVP for one of those. And then I was a part of National Honor Society and Student Council. I volunteered at my local library for nearly 100 hours of community service. So that also helped me put on my resume, you know, me volunteering. And then I had also volunteered at like food banks and homeless shelters. I also volunteered with my church whenever they went somewhere. Within my church, I was the leader of the dance and choreography and stuff like that. Also, like within the back, working with the kids and one of like the youth teachers or whatever. I was also the president of this, how can I explain it? It's Southwest Region Convention that I had went to with my church for 2 years. I was also a part of this Alpha Men and Divas of Tomorrow youth organization, which is under one of the Greek fraternities of the Divine Nine, Alpha Phi Alpha. Within that, I was a part of a STEP and a STRO group. What else? We had to do a lot of community service, and we had like different events that we held and went on and did stuff. So I had went to Stanford to take this political science class, and we did debate and all that stuff also. What else? I worked. I had a job. finally I had this internship, which was absolutely amazing, that I had within my county, and I worked with like the city on issues, and we did board meetings, and we also volunteered. volunteer. So the test score portion. I'm not the world's best test taker, but I made it, right? So this is just a testament to where y'all do not need, super good scores to get into Howard. Just make sure you're a well-rounded person. You show dedication through your grades, or through your tests. I encourage you to study for the test. I bought my book and did not let my parent buy my book because I thought if I bought it, I would study. I did not. Took the test. I think I got a 21 on the ACT. I said, oh, no. I said, you know what? ACT didn't give me enough time. I'm gonna take the SAT. And I'm gonna study this time. Next thing I know, I'm sitting in the room to take the SAT, and I did not study again. For me, on the SAT, I had got an 1190. All right, so now for my tips. It is so important that you study for these tests. And it's also important that you take it again. For me, I didn't take it again because I didn't study the first time. So I was like, I would just waste money, keep taking this test. One thing about Howard is that they super score. So if you get super high in math on your first test and super high in reading on your second test, they're gonna put your highest score together and super score it. This is gonna dictate how much money you get for 4 years on a scholarship. So don't be like me. Let's say you didn't really get that close to your teachers, but you were a good student. You didn't really know your counselor, but you were a good student. I really, really encourage you all to, ask them to write you a letter of recommendation. If they don't know what to say, write your own in third person. Give it to them. Have them, put their school letterhead on it and sign off on it if they say, oh yeah, this is pretty much true about this person. Or give that person your resume to help them write your letter of recommendation. Don't just sit there and let people tell you no. If you know that you're a good student and you really need this letter of recommendation, help them help you. Yeah, I encourage you guys to put every single thing on your resume. All of your awards that you have gotten, whether it's a AB Honor Roll Award, perfect attendance award that you get in school or something like that, something, that small, put that on your resume. Put that inside of your application. Make sure that you put your resume inside of your application, even though we'll end up probably saying the same thing. There's nothing else that you feel like you're good at, volunteer somewhere. And volunteer at that place for a while to show like your commitment to it, and potentially have those people write you a letter of recommendation when you are applying to college. Also, another tip of mine would be to, find somebody at the university that you want to go to that can help you get into that university. Find somebody older that can help you, look over your work and look over your whole application, because there may be something that, you're applying to college for the first time. There may be something that you missed that somebody else can catch, which could be the deciding factor in whether you should attend or whether you don't. Something else that I would say would be when you're writing your, personal statement, have other people look over it. Don't wait to the last minute to, when you're filling out your application, you're like, oh my gosh, I have to just turn it in. No. Let somebody look over it, start ahead and start in advance, and allow somebody else to look over it. All right, y'all, so we've come to almost the end of this video, and I just want to answer some questions that you guys had asked about. So can students get into Howard with a 3.0 GPA? Yes, you can get into Howard with a 3.0 GPA. I know people that are at Howard University that graduated that did not have a 3.0 GPA. Is would students' applications look better if they played sports or in multiple clubs? If so, which sports? The only thing about the clubs and the sports is that they're extracurricular activities. If you're not an athletic person, that is okay. But it is important that you are, being involved in something other than just your academics and your grades. When you're applying to college, you want to make sure that you're being seen as a well-rounded individual. So yes, you have the grades, you have the brains and all that, but what else, what other substance is there to you? Anything that you do, like I said earlier, work your way up in it. What do you think is the best way to get into Howard? So I actually answered it that one. Just to be a well-rounded individual and to tell your story during your personal statement. Do Black individuals have a higher chance of getting into Howard than other races? So Howard University is an HBCU, which is a historical Black college or university. And I believe that somebody of another race can get into Howard just as much as you can get into Howard, honestly. But it is majority African American. But what are some places near Howard that college students can hang out? Oh, you already trying to turn up? Okay, I see you. But yeah, places around Howard. Honestly, there's a lot of food places. That's mostly what we go out for, is food. Howard, has their parties or whatever. But there's a lot of, pretty good restaurants there. You're in Washington, D.C., so you can literally go to see the museum, see the monuments, be in the city. D.C. isn't that big. Like, you can get there pretty quick and just explore D.C. Literally anywhere in D.C. is a good place to hang out around Howard University. Is there a lot of drama? No. I would like to think that there isn't that much drama, but then again, I don't really be in drama, so how am I supposed to know about drama? But think about Howard it's small. So if there is, a good amount of people will know. But that's the only thing, is that it's a small school, so your business can get around the school. That's it. If you didn't attend Howard, what would have been the other HBCU you would have liked to attend? Didn't attend Howard University, I probably would attend Howard University. There is no other option. I don't know. Honestly, I'm just playing. But honestly, if I didn't attend Howard, I was really thinking about Florida, FAMU, Florida Agricultural and Mechanical University, or Alcorn, which is like in Mississippi, I believe, or Texas Southern. What ACC score do you think you would like to have to get in with a 3.0 GPA? Again, it's about being a well-rounded individual. I'm not sure about the ACT score that you would need with a 3.0 GPA. Howard, I would say look up Howard's average, ACT score let in, and just make sure that you just try to shoot to be above average. I'll leave you with this. My story is my story. Someone else's is theirs, and yours is yours. Don't be discouraged trying to compare yourself to other people, because that can stop you from applying in the first place. For me, I wasn't even gonna apply to Howard. Yes, it has been my dream school, but I wasn't even going to apply. I let October, November, December, January, and February, it was like, are you going to or not? Because the application's about to be due. And I just applied. And a year later, look where I am. What I'm saying is, put your best foot forward. All you can do is give it your best and let the rest happen. As long as you did your best, you did enough. So I hope that you apply to the colleges that you really want to apply to, and that you keep working on yourself. Take those tests over and over until you get the score that you want. You got this. All right, y'all, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my kings and my queens. Stay handsome, stay beautiful. We're ooh, we're so close. Best, let the rest happen.